Hello, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another live watch along Quality Shot Boxing. I'm Ali, if you haven't seen me from the past videos, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a live watch along for the world heavyweight fight between Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois. I do apologize for the delay in coming live, just had to sort some few stuff, but we're definitely doing this, and hopefully, you'll be seeing more of me very soon in more upcoming videos and live watch alongs. Just waiting for some people to hopefully start tuning in. I think the next upcoming fight we have is Adam Hamid, his pro debut, son of the legendary Prince Nassim Hamid, who's a fellow Yemeni, and coming up against, what's the lad's name? Wojtek Hardy. So Adam Hamid, his pro debut, Vardy's had one fight, 2 losses, and 1 KO. Adam is 23. Vardy's 17, which is interesting enough. Both of them are 5'10". In terms of weight, Adam is 139 pounds and a half, and Wojtek is 135 and 3/4. So it'll be interesting to see how Adam pans out. I mean, he doesn't really have a renowned amateur background, but from the video, because I follow him on social media and I see some training clips, I do see him as showing some flashes of brilliance. Whether he will be able to replicate his father's success and maybe take it further, we have to wait and see. I mean, if we're looking at past examples, taking what's his name, Ricky Hatton and Campbell Hatton, he's not exactly. Granted, he's in the early stage of his career, but he's faced many doubt. He's facing a lot of criticism and many doubters. And with Chris Eubank Jr., Chris Eubank Sr., also Chris Eubank Jr., with the utmost of respect to him, in my opinion, one of the most well-conditioned athletes in the world. But in terms of boxing ability, I do not think he's at his father's level. I do not see him winning an elite or one of the 4 major world title belts. But we have to wait and see. I could be wrong, and I hope I am wrong. But Adam seems very flashy. He showed some signs of his father's flashiness and his footwork and his fancy footwork. Is this something that we're going to see tonight? Is this something we're going to see in his career? We have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. But Vard is just making his entrance to the ring now. The fight, for those of you who are unaware, the fight is taking place in Poland. I believe it was due to be scheduled to take place in Ukraine, but obviously due to the ongoing conflict, they've moved it to Poland. But one of the commentators earlier said there's so many Ukrainians, even watching the fight now, so many Ukrainian flags, so many Ukrainians are there. Obviously, Alexander Usyk is the main fight. So he's got a lot of Ukrainians. Well, essentially, one could say a home fight, home away from home. And for those of you who are based in the UK, this fight is on, well, now called TNT Sports. It used to be called BT Sports, but TNT Box Office. I don't know about the other countries, so with the US and what channels it will be on. Maybe Top Rank, maybe Showtime. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. So Anna Hamid is just making his entrance, due to make his entrance in the ring. They showed earlier in the previous fight, they showed Prince Nassim and his wife. So sitting next to each other, and you could tell they're both nervous and waiting for their son's pro debut. Both of them, especially Prince Nassim, he didn't want any of his kids to do boxing. I mean, he said himself, I've done all the hard work for them. But they seem to have picked it up, the boxing bug. Adam seems very good. Adam seems very good from the videos I've seen on social media. Sammy, the other brother, I think he's older than Adam. I think he also shows some flashes of brilliance. I don't know if he's going to turn professional. Maybe he is. They've got a younger brother who's in his teens, early to mid-teens. So could it be a family boxing dynasty? We have to wait. So Adam's just about to make his entrance. His brother Sam is behind him, his hype man. Just walking now. He seems to exude the same confidence as his father. And yes, his youngest brother is also walking behind him as well. The two brothers behind him. It's a beautiful sight, see? Prince Nassim is sitting, yeah, you can see the confidence in him. Not as arrogant as perhaps Prince Nassim was with the flashiness, but he seems very confident, very smiling, very, upbeat with the music, in groove, and both his brothers behind him, hyping him up. Love to see that. Absolutely lovely to see. So Adam just getting his gloves checked by. I get confused between the two Buffer brothers. I think Michael Buffer, the one who goes, "Let's get ready to rumble." So Adam is. Oh no, he's about. We thought he was going. I thought he was going to front flip into the ring. He had both his gloves on the ropes, and it looked like he was about to jump over. He turned to his right, smiled. He said, "No, I'm just walking through the ring." Now they've handed it to Prince Nassim, and his wife sitting behind him, blowing kisses to her son. So Gregor's Melenda, Polish referee. The kid's actually 17. The record of 1-2 from the Czech Republic. So 3 fights, 1 win, 1 of which is a KO, 2 losses. Yeah, so I was right earlier. I don't know if it's too early to say he's a journeyman, but he gives, just looking at him now, he gives me the vibe that he could be a career journeyman. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, fighting Adam in his first as his pro debut. So Adam is based, well, he's from the UK, well, of Yemeni and British origins, but he's based in the UK. This is pro debut. But guys, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. What do you guys think for this outcome for the Usyk Dubois? How do you think this fight's going to go? In my opinion, so in my opinion, the referee is addressing both fighters instead of the ring, touch of the gloves. They're both backing up. But quickly before the fight starts, I think, and I'll go over this later, but I do think this with the Usyk and Dubois fight, I think that Usyk will, if he gets a knockout, he'll get a knockout later on, maybe rounds 9, 10. I personally think round 11, but or if it's a points decision. Okay, anyways, I'll get back to that in a bit. But the fight's just started. Both fighting instead of the ring. Adam popping the punches. The jab moving quick on his feet like his father. You see the flashiness, touch of the low hands, quick foot movement. Feint with the jab, another jab. Body feints. Adams just looks like he's waiting for his time. He's both fighters wearing black shorts, although Vardy has got a white trim at the top. And even Adams' shorts is flashing like his father. And even after he throws the jab and throws the cross, he lifts up his legs the way his father does. Very has a rhythmic jump, if that makes sense. So both fighters sit in the center of the ring. Jab by Adam. Fighting in the southpaw stance. Left hand by Adam. Feint by Adam. Adam with his hands wide open. Jab right uppercut by Adam. Hands low like his father. That confident. I love that confidence, I'll be honest. Vardy's trying to land a few punches and a few jabs, but he's not reaching enough, or he's trying to again test him out, feel him out, but nothing substantial. Jab by Vardy, but missed. Another jab but blocked by Adam. This fight is scheduled for 4 rounds. Jab by Adam, another jab by Adam. Following him up, cutting off the ring. Every time Vardy moves, Adam's learning how to. He's restricting his movement by cutting off the ring. Another jab by Adam. He's got Vardy in the corner. Combination thrown by Adam. But more pot shots. He's pot shotting him. Jab, right cross, right uppercut, right hook, left uppercut, left jab. Well, right jab. Combination, beautiful combination thrown by Adam. What? Did he throw the towel? Oh, he threw the towel! What? I know Adam was dominating. Oh, Jake was in the corner, in the ringside. What the hell was that? I know Adam was dominating him, but what the hell was that? Why did he throw the towel in that much? And the punches, so they were landing, but they didn't seem like they were troubling him too much. I mean, if his coaches thought he would be, that would pose a danger to him, why would they put him in? Obviously, he's not ready if he can't have. The punches were not connecting with him the same way that Liam Smith was connecting with Chris Eubank Jr. in that fight. And he could clearly see the punches were landing. They weren't landing as much. If they weren't enough to trouble him. He wasn't wobbling on his feet. He could still, he still has his guards up. But to be fair, he wasn't throwing anything back. So I can understand perhaps why his corner may have thrown it. Let's see slow motion. So right to the body by Adam. Jab to the head by Adam. Right hook to the bottom. I mean, it looks like he hit his arm from this angle. Jab by Adam, slow motion. Few combination. This is where the combinations start. No, Adam now just threw a combination of about maybe 5-7 punches. Only 2 of them landed. I think that's unfairly stopped. Although the fighter did, I forgot his name now. Although he didn't seem like he contested it, so I think he gave up on that too easy. And granted, yeah, the corner can essentially decide the outcome by throwing the towel, but he should have contested it if he was serious about it. But I don't think he was. I think that's a poor performance by him, in all honesty. But again, credit to Adam. He shows flashes of brilliance and the confidence, the strut that his father had. Is this something that he could take further? I hope so. We have to wait and see. We have to up the caliber. Couple more. Oh, he's bleeding already. Oh no, those are tattoos. So Adam's opponent on his shoulder and on his bicep has got like 2 red marks. I don't know if that's blood or is it a tattoo. No, oh, it looks like it's blood. Yeah, because it's shining. But yeah, I do think that in terms for Adam to improve, he's definitely got something there. There's no doubt about that. But his parents are looking so proud. Yeah, his parents are looking so proud. Yeah, I think Adam's definitely got something there, but he needs to sort of up his caliber, up his game now, as in fight more. Hopefully, the next 2-3 fights, he can fight someone who will provide more for resistance. Maybe fourth or fifth fight onwards, up it further and further. But hopefully he could reach the upper echelons of current world boxing, so the elite level. So 1 fight, 1 win, 1 KO. Yeah, I think his opponent so-called took a dive just to get the payday. As a 17-year-old from Czechoslovakia, as a boxer, then I can understand why you would want the money. But guys, yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. If you were watching this fight, how you guys think this fight went? What do you think Adam could improve on? Do you think he could reach the same levels as his father? Could he become a world champion, or is he just destined for the British level, so to speak? Or maybe even, with all due respect to him, Tommy Fury level. And also, what do you guys think for the Usyk Dubois fight? As I mentioned previously, before this fight started, I do think that Usyk is the favorite. I think that's the logical outcome, logical result to take place. Having said that, I think if Usyk, if he gets a knockout, it will be in the later rounds 9, 10, 11. I personally think maybe rounds 10 to 11, perhaps. Probably 11, as in to get a stoppage. I don't think he's going to sorry, not TK. I don't think he's going to clearly knock out Dubois and make it full unconscious. But I think, if anything, Dubois' corner will probably throw in the towel, or if the referee decides to stop it, he'll stop it then. But most likely, I see Usyk winning a points decision, a unanimous one, a worst case scenario, maybe a split decision or majority decision. But if none of those, none of the predictions I made now take place, I think that Dubois has a puncher's chance to knock out Usyk. Just because I think that, I mean, he's young, he's 10 years younger than Usyk. And granted, in terms of the record of both their sons, they're back. But yeah, in terms of both their records, I mean, Usyk has had a total of 20 professional fights, 20 wins, 13 knockouts. And Dubois has had 20 fights, 19 wins, 1 loss, of which against Joe Joyce, which is interesting because that loss was essentially, I mean, many people say that he gave up. I think he probably gave up as well to an extent. But yeah, he's had, from those 19 wins, 18 knockouts. So it's clear to see that Dubois is the more, between the two fighters, he's the more so-called the power fighter, the knockout specialist. Having said that, 13 knockouts in 20 fights, especially when you're that technical, says something about Usyk, and that in regards to his arsenal, it's not just necessarily what's the phrase? I've got it. I'm just going to say it in a different way. It's not just necessarily reserved to his technical prowess, but also to his physical attributes as well. So I think that Dubois' chance is to go for a knockout, and we've seen with when Usyk fought Chisora is constantly coming forward. And although Usyk won, if I remember correctly, I think the fight was a unanimous decision, if I'm not mistaken. But correct me, let me know in the comments down below if I am wrong. He couldn't really knock out Chisora per se. Whereas with Joshua, after the Ruiz fight and the first fight and the second fight and the whole debacle with that, I think that Joshua is hesitant. I don't think I don't think Dubois is going to be hesitant at all. And I think a huge part of that is down to the fact that there's less pressure on him. I mean, Joshua had a lot more pressure on him when he lost against Ruiz, and the second fight, the rematch when he won. Since then, he hasn't been the same. And in the first fight, we saw he was quite hesitant. And the second fight, the rematch with Usyk, he wasn't as hesitant. But there were times where I thought to myself, and the guys I was watching it with, thought to ourselves, Joshua should have applied a bit more. He wasn't. It's just mentally, I think it's a very challenging and difficult thing for him to overcome. And I don't think Dubois has that. I think Dubois is going to go for it. I mean, he's born in 97, so by my crude calculations, that makes him about 23 to about 26, 27. Yeah, he's about 26, 27 later this year. So, whereas Usyk's like 36, or no, 37. Is he 30? No, he's not 37. He's like 34. Anyways, he's like about 10 years older than him. So, yeah, I think that Dubois shouldn't be stupid and naive enough to try and get the knockout from the first round. I think he should physically bully Usyk, and we saw even with the Joshua fight when Joshua was hesitant, we did see that the times when Joshua applied himself and when he threw the body shots, Usyk didn't really like that. And there were a few times where Joshua landed the body shots on Usyk. I thought, and I saw Usyk call like wince or sort of like guard himself. Yeah, everyone has to guard themselves, but you could tell between a punch that just lands and a punch that actually hurts someone. And I think Dubois is, because he will be less nervous, I think he'll be more aggressive. And that's something that I think that Usyk will not be as comfortable with. Although Usyk's one of the best boxing brains in the world, alongside Vasily Lomachenko as well as Tyson Fury, I think that physically he wouldn't be able to handle the raw, brute power for a natural heavyweight. Usyk, after all, is not a natural heavyweight. I think he's a cruiserweight. He just moved himself up to be progressed in the ranks. He's now a heavyweight, whereas Dubois has always been a natural heavyweight. So you have that natural sort of heavyweight strength, if that makes sense. But again, we have to wait and see. Guys, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think the outcome of this fight would be, how you think this fight would go, or what could it spell for both fighters afterwards. I mean, with Daniel Dubois, if he loses, I don't think it necessarily puts him in a bad light, even though he's lost the first one against Joe Joyce. To lose the second fight against Usyk, as in, it's not going to do him any harm. And if anything, I think depending on how well Dubois performs, he will be able to raise his so-called stock value that I referred to previously. He'll be able to raise his stock value and he'll be able to chase the bigger fights. So the so-called gatekeepers for the elite of the elite. So perhaps he could fight Dillian White, maybe. Maybe he could fight Derek Chisora. Maybe he could fight Andy Ruiz. Maybe Wilder. A rematch with Joe Joyce, perhaps on the cards if Joe Joyce is able to overcome his rematch with Zhang. We have to see. As for Usyk wins. I mean, there's only one way going now, isn't there? It's just upwards. That means if in my opinion, if he beats the ball, which I think he will, I think that the fight with Tyson, there will be more pressure on Tyson Fury. And I think, if anything, when it comes to the negotiations, I think it will strengthen Usyk's negotiating strength more so. Just because he's proved himself now, he can say, yeah, I got rid of I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's mandatory. Dubois is mandatory. Again, correct me, but let me know in the comments down below if I'm wrong. But I think by showing he's active and he's chasing the fights, he'll say, okay, cool, yeah, like I've got over my challenger, now what? Because we saw with the first negotiations with Tyson Fury initially offered him 70-30, so 70 Tyson Fury, 30 to Usyk, trying to throw Usyk, trying to throw Usyk off. Usyk accepted it. And now Tyson Fury is not fighting him, and he's fighting Francis Ngannou in an exhibition bout. Yeah, granted he's making more money, but in terms of a purely boxing perspective, that's not how it should be. Tyson Fury should have accepted it. He always goes on about being a fighting man, and his dad always says, my son is a fighting man. He's the Gypsy King. You always say they thrown the phrase out about a few times as well, saying they'll fight any man born out of their mother. If you're gonna go on about that, and you are the world heavyweight champion, and you know you're the number one, even though Usyk has, I think, 3 of the belts, and that's another weird thing. Fury only had, I think, one of the belts, whereas I think it's a WBC, whereas Usyk has the other 3. So if anything, Usyk should be the A game. But Usyk said to himself, okay, cool, I accept it. Fury didn't. He refused. And now I think it places more and more pressure on Fury to accept the fight. And I think, personally, I used to have a lot of love for Tyson Fury. But I think after this whole thing with Usyk, the whole saga with Usyk, I've lost a lot of respect for him from that end. As a boxer, I don't deny his ability. I think he's one of the greatest, probably the greatest fighter currently active in the world today. But I think with how he's handled himself, it's not what we like to see. It's not what I would like to see anyways. And I'm sure this sentiment is shared very much around the world with other fellow boxing enthusiasts. But yeah, I mean, if those two were to fight, what does everyone think will happen? How does everyone think that the fight will go? I think, in my opinion, I think it'll be a very, 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 very tight fight, just because Both of them are very technically gifted. Both of them have an amazing boxing brain, but I think their styles will be interesting. Fury is very much unorthodox. He'll create angles out of nowhere. Yeah, Usyk could do the same, but the way Fury fights for a guy his size, the way he moves, the speed at which he moves as well, I haven't seen that in a very, 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 very long time. And I don't remember seeing that on any fight, during my lifetime, anyways. As for Usyk, Usyk's very intelligent and he can create angles, but he's more of a technical specialist. Fury is more of a unorthodox technician, but Fury's an excellent unorthodox technician. Usyk's a technical specialist, if that makes sense. I think some of the seats are looking empty from the left side, but let's see which fight is on next. Quite a few empty seats, to be fair, which is surprising. So Dubois is just warming up now in the changing room. I think his sister Caroline is in the dressing room as well. So in terms of the final of the undercard, Anna Hanna beat Wojciech Hardy, Denis Miranchik beat Anthony Yigit, Yaroslav Kartiz beat Konrad Jakowski, Hannes Shiraz beat Dmitro Mitrofanov, Anoel, I'm not going to say the name, beat Fyodor Sazerkazin, Daniel Lepin beat Aaron Schwartz, Bryce Mills beat Damian Timos, Rafael Wozniacki beat Roberto Ariaza, Vasily Savatari beat Jean Julio, Aziz Beg Nurmagomedov beat Nursultan Almanzolov. I know for a fact I've butchered these names, but anyone who's watching who knows how to say their names, let me know in the comments. I keep on saying send me in the comments because I want to know how to say it properly. Yeah, guys, if you haven't done so, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Get involved. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are watching this fight, how you think this fight is going to pan out. So they're just showing the fights, yeah. So Usyk's 36, Dubois 25. Beg your pardon. Usyk 6'3", Dubois 6'5". Usyk 221 pounds, Dubois 233. Both of them have a reach of 78 inches. Knockout percentage, Alexander Usyk 65% and Daniel Dubois 95%. So, in a way, I do think that this fight is likely to have a knockout. I think this fight is likely to have a knockout. Although it's not guaranteed, and we've seen in previous shows and in previous live watch-alongs that sometimes the less renowned knockout specialist is the person who ends up getting the knockout, whether that's a technical decision or TKO or standard knockout. I mean, we've seen prime example after this time and time again. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, the second and the third fights. I think the third fight is where he went on the front foot. Yeah, was knocking it where he was very aggressive. I think the fight's about to happen now. Although, one thing I forgot to mention is if Dubois does win, if Dubois wins, I think that's going to completely disrupt the heavyweight scene. Although, having said that, depending on this contract in between them, if Usyk has a rematch clause, and so which he probably does, could it be another Ruiz Joshua moment whereby the unexpected, the huge underdog wins? Could this be a huge upset? Or, I mean, what could happen then? If it's an upset, they have a rematch and Dubois still wins that. I think that completely changes the landscape of the boxing, of the heavyweight boxing scene. It blows it wide open. So Dubois is making his walk out to the ring now. He's got nice reggae music playing in the background. And he looks cool, smiling, chilled. Is this a new Daniel Dubois? Is this a new outlook on him? Is this a new? He's smiling. He seems happy. Just on a minor thing. So there's so many good ring entrance music that you could songs that you could play and tracks and things that could pump you up and gas you up and all of that stuff. But I think reggae music is probably the best thing overall, just because it's just so chilled and it puts you in a nice, relaxed, chilled mood. Like you don't get too carried away with the whole habit, like the whole excitement of the atmosphere. It just keeps you mellowed, like chilled. And now Buffer's introducing Alexander Usyk. So Alexander Usyk is just making his entrance into the ring. Dubois already in the center of the ring waiting for Usyk. I think Usyk's Usyk's now walking to the ring. He looks confident, like a man on a mission. He's got, I'm not gonna lie, he's got a nice, catchy, nice tune, Ukrainian tune being played. Usyk's now walking to the center of the ring. He's walking with confidence. He's hunting for this. Walking with a strut like he owns this place. Sometimes you've got to love that in a demeanor in any fighter, whether you like him or not. Although to be honest, I don't see why anyone would not like Alexander Usyk. But he's owning this. Just going to try put on so Usyk's just walking the ring. He's in this corner. I'm just going to put on a different headset. But yeah, guys, if you're just tuning in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Get involved. The huge world title fight is just a few moments away. I think this is going to be an excellent fight. Although, to be fair, I say this about every fight, but can you blame me? I'm not going to lie. I get hyped up as soon as the fight start walking in. And if it's a good entrance song, I get even more hyped up. But yeah, I do think that this fight is going to end in most likely going to end in an Usyk win. I think it's going to be maybe a 55 to 65% points decision, or essentially a decision in favor of Usyk. But I mean, if Usyk gets the knockout, it will be in the later rounds, so the championship rounds, maybe a round just before 9, 10, 11. I think the knockout will take place in round 11 in favor of Usyk. Having said that, if none of those were to happen, the only other outcome I see happening is a knockout win in favor of Dubois. So they're playing the God Save the King for Daniel Dubois. Frank Warren's in the center of the ring. And I think for the benefit of British boxing and for the war of the two biggest boxing promoters in the UK, if Dubois wins, it's going to make the fight so much like British. Like they have to have the Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and what's it called? A Dubois fight. Maybe even both of them fight each other. So they're playing the Ukrainian national anthem at the moment. And you can tell that Usyk is very patriotic. I think when the the conflict first took place, I think him and Lomachenko and the Klitschko brothers, especially from the active boxers, Klitschko and Lomachenko flew out to Ukraine to help Ukrainian soldiers. But yeah, guys, let me know if you're tuning in and just tuning in. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. How do you think this fight's gonna go? Is Usyk gonna win? Is Dubois gonna cause a huge upset and take the title? Get involved. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Zuki Sport saying he thinks Dubois. Zuki Sport, you saying Dubois is gonna win, or are you just saying like who you want to win? That makes sense. So Dubois, keep your hands in Usyk's face, mate. Bash him up. If only that could happen. But my friend, you know that it's easier said than done. Usyk's an incredibly intelligent fighter, and I think his boxing IQ is more than enough to blow Daniel Dubois clear out of the water. So the only way that I think Daniel Dubois wins this fight is through in smart aggression. I don't mean reckless aggression where you go all out and you just tire yourself out and you don't hold yourself back like Anthony Joshua does. But you need to play in, you need to be more relentless with the pressure. My God, so Joe Fraser banned both at the same time. I think Joe Fraser is a legend, and I think he gets a lot of unnecessary hate, in my opinion. But I think he beats Daniel Dubois. Do I think he beats Usyk? Personally, I would like to say yes, or I would want him to beat Usyk, but whether that's going to be a completely different story. Daniel Dubois, tough. Oh my days. Yeah, guys, if you're just tuning in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. Get involved, get involved. The fight's about to take place in the next few moments. They've just taken Usyk's shirt off. They're taking his Pendant off. So both fighters in the center of the ring, with them staring each other down. Usyk looks unfazed. Both the fighters look unfazed, to be fair. But Usyk just looked, you're just so accustomed to Usyk's just crazy stare downs, psycho stare downs. Like he thinks that, like in his mind, he's probably thinking, yeah, this is another one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the fight's about to start. Referee's about to blow his whistle. Blow his whistle. Maybe football for some reason. Ring the bell. So the fight's just ring the bell. Daniel Dubois in the center. Daniel Dubois in purple shorts, Usyk in white shorts. And shoes the colors of the Ukrainian flag. Both fighters testing each other out, still on the outside, trying to find the range, popping the jabs. Usyk's popping the jabs. Wild left jab thrown by Dubois, but he's missed. Jab landed by Usyk. Usyk's trying to fade through a couple of feints, up and down, up and down. Just from these few seconds in, Dubois, when he throws his power, he's throwing power jabs. When he's throwing power jabs, he's loading up. And someone like Usyk, that's not what you want to do. You're making it obvious to Usyk, very easy. And when you miss, you lean forward. You're opening yourself up. And as you get tired, you're just going to open yourself up to heavier, more horrible counters by Usyk. That's not something you want to do against a fighter like him. Both fighters with snappy punches. Well, it's evidently clear that Dubois is the more strong of the two, more powerful of the two. Double jab landed thrown by Usyk, on which the second landed. Usyk now in the center of the ring, jab by Usyk. Usyk's a lot more fluid, or a few counters thrown by Dubois, but missed. Right to the body by Usyk. Jab by Dubois. Right to the body by Dubois. Right jab by Usyk. Left to the body by Usyk. Left jab by Dubois. Beautiful right uppercut by Dubois. Right jab by Usyk. Both fighters in the center of the ring. Both giving and taking, to be fair. Oh, Dubois tried to throw a right hand but missed. Left to the jab. Left jab. Left jab by Usyk to the body of Dubois. Yeah. 6 seconds left in round one. So that was the end of round one. I'm going to give that to very close, but I'll have to give it to Usyk just about. Give me a few moments. Need to hold flag for a moment, for a second. Apologies. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, so it's round two, halfway through round two. Left to the head of Dubois by Usyk. Right hand thrown by Dubois. Beautiful right jab by Usyk. Another left by Usyk. I think Dubois already seemed like he's starting to tire very early on, but I think very early signs of him tiring out. Oh, beautiful left hook by Dubois. And I think Dubois' left eye is starting to swell up. But I could be wrong, it's just from the angle I saw it. Beautiful left to the body by Usyk. Right hand jab by Usyk. Jab by Dubois. Oh, beautiful right uppercut by Usyk, by Dubois landed on Usyk. Usyk jumped on that one. See, I said this. If Dubois lands a powerful shot on Usyk into the body, even to the head, Usyk does not like that. Sorry, if Dubois lands it, Usyk does not like that at all. Beautiful left jab by Dubois. Charge my laptop. So end of round number two. I'm going to give this one to Usyk for sure. Again. Oh, he threw a jab earlier on. Wobbled Dubois, to be fair. So yeah, I'm going to put in round two. Usyk. But yeah, guys, if you're tuning in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Get involved, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this fight so far. Who do you have winning? Who do you think is going to win this fight? So far, 2 rounds in, I have Usyk up by 2 rounds. So both fighters have landed, Usyk landed 66, Daniel Dubois 55, thrown 66-55, and Usyk landed 17. That's a bit weird. I think Dubois, beautiful double jab right cross by Dubois. The jab by Dubois. Beautiful jab by Usyk. So Usyk is orthodox and Dubois is orthodox. So they always say it. Southpaw is the bane of an orthodox fighter. Jab by Usyk. Oh, beautiful right to the body by Dubois. Oh, I think Usyk tried to throw a right hook to the head of Dubois, but missed. Jab to him. Jab by Usyk, to be fair, to the body of Dubois as well. Beautiful left hand by Usyk. Oh, left hook by Dubois landing on Usyk. Another that looked like a right hand to the body of Usyk, but it was a low blow. And Usyk, you could see jumping compared to the ref. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I see Dubois getting knocked out earlier on, or winning, or worst case scenario for Usyk, a points decision. I don't see Dubois getting the knockout. He's looking more and more fatigued, and Usyk just looks like he hasn't lost a breath. To be fair, hasn't wasted a breath. Yeah, Dubois' left eye starting to swell up, starting to shut up, starting to close up. Usyk just Dubois just struck through a nice short right up a miss. Oh, jab by Usyk and left jab and left by Usyk. Oh, right hand by Dubois, but Usyk bobbed and weaved his way out of it. Both fighters in the ring, in the center of the ring. Both fighters still testing each other, trying to find their range. Beautiful right hand by Dubois. Beautiful right hand by Dubois, but also right hand by Usyk. Now Usyk's targeting the closed eye. Quick jab, then quick, very quick, rapid, vicious punches by Usyk. Yes, beautiful right hand at the end, just before the end of the round. Right hook to the head of Dubois by Usyk. Round 3, I'm having this one, Usyk as well. 2 quick punches in succession. Just level to this, man. There's so many levels to this game. Like how Usyk's able to just dominate these heavyweight fighters. And he's not even a natural heavyweight. Crazy. So 3 rounds down. Guys, if you haven't done so, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. For those of you tuning in, or for those of you about to tune in, share this link, share the stream, tell everyone about this. Hop on. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. How you guys have scored this fight. In my opinion, I've given 3 rounds to Usyk. Do you guys have it any different? Do you guys think the tide of the fight will change? We'll start with round 4. The fighters in the center of the ring. Jab by Dubois. Both fighters throwing jabs but miss. Oh, combination thrown by Dubois, but Usyk is so good with his head movement. I was able to bob and weave out of it. A jab landed by Usyk. Few feeler jabs by Usyk, pushing Dubois towards the corner. Oh, beautiful right hand by Dubois. And again, you could tell Usyk didn't like that one. Another key distinctive factor I've noticed between these 2 fighters is that whenever they're up close with each other, Usyk is very good at getting in and out quickly. Or beautiful left hand by Usyk. But Dubois is kind of hesitant, and he's not as rapid. He's not as quick out of range compared to Usyk. Jab by Dubois. Beautiful left hand by Usyk. Both fighters in the center of the ring. Jab by Dubois. Jab by Dubois. Right with Dubois by miss. Jab by Usyk. Left hand by Usyk. Right by Usyk by miss. Jab by Dubois. Jab by Usyk. Left hand by Usyk, but a very light, touchy feeling one. Right to the body by Dubois. Both fighters in the center of the ring again. That was almost a nice left hook by Dubois on Usyk's head, but again, Usyk's head movement was just too much for him. This is the much closer round, to be fair. Left by Dubois, left hook by Dubois. Guys, if you're just tuning in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, get involved. Let me know in the comments how you think, how you scoring this fight. Round 4, in my opinion, very, 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 very close round. So we've got about 15 seconds left of round 4. We're 1/3 of the fight through. This is a much closer round. Right to the head of Usyk by Dubois. Nice jab by Dubois. Very close, very close, very close. I'd say swing, if anything, just about, just about, just about edge of the ball. Six people viewing it live. How's everyone scoring this fight? How's everyone based on the? So yeah, they've given it the same thing that I've given now on the scorecards. The first 3 rounds they gave it to Usyk. The last round they gave it to Dubois. I think that's a fair scorecard so far. Start round 5, both fighting inside of the ring. Beautiful jab by Usyk. For the shorter guy, his technical prowess is so good. It almost negates the physical difference. Oh! Knockdown! Usyk knockdown! Oh no! Was that a slip? I thought Usyk got knocked down for a second. What? Oh, Usyk can't move. Usyk's struggling to breathe. That looks like a knockdown, no? But let's see in slow motion what this was. Oh, that's a dirty low blow. Well, from this angle, let me see from the different angle. From the angle, it looked like a body shot. But again, I don't know from the different angle if it was a low blow. Oh, Usyk seems like he can't carry on. So the referee's giving him a few minutes to get back up. Usyk's struggling to get up. That did not look like a low blow, to be fair. I mean, he had the first one that was quite low. It's fair enough, but this doesn't seem like it was different. That looked like a clean shot from the angle that I saw it at. Because I couldn't see the front of it, I could only see the back. And where it landed, where Usyk's wrist, where Dubois' wrists were showing, it looked like it was above the belt. But again, Usyk just needs a few more moments. But if it was a low blow and there was intention, oh, hold on, they're gonna slow mo. No, that was on the belt. That was on the belt. That was on the belt. That should be a knockdown. That was on the belt. There was no way that was a low blow. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's a joke. That was on the belt. What the hell is going on? What an absolute disgrace. That's definitely on the belt. What the hell's going on? That should be considered a knockdown. Should not be. Nah, this is dodgy. This is dodgy. That should be a knockdown. That's two. That's what point in like a 2 point difference. That should be a 10-8 in favor of Dubois. What the hell was that? One absolute joke. So to slow it down. That's on the belt. That's on the belt. Usyk's giving Dubois the evil look. The bombastic side eye. So both fighters resume. Again, that looked like a body shot again. Come on. By Dubois. Right to the head of Usyk by Dubois. Usyk looks shaken up a bit. Right to the body. Dubois knows he's hunting down Usyk. He knows he's got Usyk hurt. Come on, Daniel. The like a little slight low blow, but missed. Jab to the body by Dubois. Jab to the body by Dubois. It looks like another low blow. That looked like a low blow. I'll give him that. That was okay. Fair enough, Daniel. Come on. Okay, I agree. That was not a low blow at all. That's an absolute joke. Oh, nice right by Dubois. Right hook by Usyk, miss. Jab by Usyk. Almost the left, right, left by Usyk, but the left missed. A good head movement by Dubois. This fight's starting to get proper. Oh, left by Usyk landed on Dubois. Oh, nice counter right body shot by Dubois. A few combinations done by Usyk, but missed. Nice head movement by Dubois. Oh, nice right by Dubois. Has he shaken up Usyk? Has he destroyed his rhythm? Almost a left hook by Usyk almost landed. Nice left by Usyk on Dubois. Right by Usyk on Dubois. Nice right counter right by Dubois at the end of just at the end of the round. Round 5. I'm giving this one to Dubois. Dubois, kick up. That should have been a knockout to me. They're just slowing down the. That was oh my! They showed a better angle. That was clearly on the belt. That was not a low blow. Now, if Usyk goes on to win this, then, in my opinion, that's a robbery. Dubois, in my opinion, if Daniel Dubois does not get the win, it's a robbery. I'm saying this is a robbery. Start of round 6. Oh, nice right hand by Dubois, left by Dubois, right by Dubois. I'm just getting messages from my friends telling me on the WhatsApp groups and whatnot that that's a stoppage, that's unfair. Jab by Usyk. Nice right by Usyk, by Dubois. Nice right counter by Usyk. Jab by Usyk. Jab by Usyk. Oh, nice counter. Nice right by counter by Usyk again. Dubois up against the rope. Firing back. Usyk's got Dubois up against the rope. But Dubois' head movement is good. Now he's got Dubois up in the corner, just away from the corner. Dubois throwing a few jabs to kind of establish the range again. Nice left counter by Usyk. Right hook thrown by Usyk, but missed. Nice right counter by Dubois to the body of Usyk. That looked like a low blow from Dubois, to be fair. Nice right to the body by Dubois. Nice right hand by Dubois in the head of Usyk. Nice jab by Dubois. Both jabs by both fighters. To be fair, Daniel Dubois' left eye doesn't look as bad as I initially thought. Left to the body by Usyk. 20 seconds left of round 6. Dubois starting to get into his element in this fight. I like this. Nice left hook, leaping left hook by Dubois to the body of Usyk. Jab by Usyk. Jab by Dubois. Close. Just at the end of that, that looked like frustration from Usyk. Tight, very close. Swing round, but I may have to edge that one to Dubois. But again, if someone else, if the referee gave it to Usyk, I'll be okay. But so far, 6 rounds and halfway through the fight, I've got a 3-3. Start of round 7. I mean, this fight just cements my point that if you land a strong, powerful body shot on Usyk, he hates that. For all his technical knowledge and prowess, he cannot handle a powerful, strong body shot. So round 7, both fighters in center of the ring. Jab by Usyk. Nice right counter by Dubois. Oh, jab by Usyk, but both fighters are clinching, out the clinch. Jab by both fighters. Jab by Usyk. Jab to the body by left to the body by Usyk, but Dubois blocked it. Jab by Usyk. Oh, powerful body shot by Dubois. And I like Dubois' head movement. He's evading quite a few of Usyk's punches. Dubois had Usyk in the corner, but now Usyk managed to find his way out. Jab by Usyk. Both fighters trying to feel each other up with their jabs and establish the range and the proximity, but nothing's really landed. Well, jab, left hook, left cross by Usyk. Jab by Dubois missed. Well, nice left counter by Usyk. 40 seconds left of round 7. Jab by Usyk, left by Usyk. Combinations thrown by Usyk. Dubois responds in kind to the body. Another body shot. The third body shot by Dubois. Left hook by Dubois missed. Wild left hook. Two wild hooks thrown by Usyk but missed. Both fighters clinching. And let go. Dubois against the ropes. Or almost just off the ropes. Jab by Usyk. Few wild hooks thrown by Usyk, but almost landed on Dubois. At this one, I'll probably give this one to Usyk. This one back to Usyk. That's an absolute robbery, though. I'm sorry, that's an absolute disgrace. Daniel Dubois should be holding the heavyweight titles now. I should have turned off the stream and gone to sleep. Absolute farce. I think if this is a close fight, and if it ends up being a draw, which is a surprise to me, to be fair, this is a very close fight. If it ends up being a draw, I think they're gonna give it to Usyk. I think there's huge controversy surrounding this. So start of round 8. Right and left thrown by Usyk. Landed by Usyk, guys. Nice counter jab by Dubois. Right by Dubois. Another right by Dubois on the head of Usyk. Come on, Daniel. A few hooks thrown by Dubois, but missed. Jabs by both fighters missed. Both fighters in the center of the ring. For the periods of time that I'm not talking, it's because there's not really much going on, nothing substantial. Left hook thrown by Dubois, but missed. Both fighters trying to establish their range. Nice left by Usyk. Nice right counter uppercut by Usyk. Few light combinations on Usyk, but none of them seem to have landed. Nice right body shot by Usyk. By Dubois. Minute 40 left in round 8. Dubois needs to start winning these rounds now and avoid leaving it to the judges' scorecard because there's no way you're being the home fighter. No matter if you put in the performance of a lifetime. Jab left by Usyk, as in left cross by Usyk. Right uppercut by Usyk missed. This time it landed in Dubois. Guys, if you haven't done so, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. This fight is completely changed. How this fight has panned out so far is completely different to what I anticipated, to what my prediction was. This fight, without doubt, is very controversial. It's a robbery. Dubois should have knocked out Alexander Usyk in the earlier round, in round 5. 38 seconds left in round number 8. Right to the body by Usyk. By Dubois. Counter right by Usyk. Left uppercut by Usyk. Dubois starting to get into it. Right throw to the body by him on to Usyk. Leaping right hook thrown by Usyk, but missed. I love Daniel Dubois' movement, much better than I anticipated. Oh, a few combinations by Usyk. Oh, he's dropped Daniel Dubois. He's dropped Daniel Dubois. Come on, Daniel, get up. Get up. Come on, Daniel, get up, man. Yeah, this one is going to have to be given to Usyk anyway. I was just at the end of round 8. Just at the end of round 8. That looked like to be a delayed reaction by Dubois because there were a few combinations that Usyk threw that seemed to have landed. Instantly, they didn't do anything to Dubois, but I think that's what his legs went. And when Usyk, I think, threw the left, and as Dubois' head was moving out the way, I think Usyk's forearm probably touched off the side of Usyk's glove, touched it. But yeah, they've got Usyk up by 5 rounds. I think that's ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. No, no way. That's an absolute joke. Yeah, Dubois got to go for the knockout now. How is he? He's not hitting you. He's not low blowing you. Dubois threw a right to the body of Usyk, and Usyk complaining for low blow. Nice right hand to the head by Dubois and Usyk. No, by Dubois, yeah, by Dubois and Usyk. Nice combinations landed by Usyk. Dubois bleeding from his nose now. Few rights landed by Usyk. I think Usyk's starting to get back into his groove now. Nice right to the body by Dubois and Usyk. Dubois with a right uppercut, left hook to the head. Oh, he's dropped Dubois again with a right hand. With a stiff right jab. He stopped it! What an absolute joke. What an absolute disgrace. This referee has been paid off. I don't care. No. This is an absolute robbery, a joke. What a disgrace. Okay, he knocked him down, but he got up and he was fine. One absolute joke. Absolute embarrassment to boxing. The referee is a disgrace. I don't care what people say, what people think. I don't care if people dislike my comments, think it's unprofessional. I do not care. The referee is a joke and needs to be brought up. Action needs to be taken against him because there's no way. He's an absolute embarrassment. Someone must have sent him a secret envelope before the fight started. Or sending him another envelope after the fight finished. One absolute joke. Ridiculous referee. Stupid referee. And I'm not saying this just because like I'm a Brit and Dubois a Brit. I don't really do that. I think based on how the fight itself went, I think it's an absolute disgrace. Dubois got robbed. And, okay, he dropped him this round and he got up. How are you stopping it? What a ridiculous, stupid referee. Absolutely embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Absolute joke. That referee should never, ever, 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 ever referee a boxing fight again, or not for the foreseeable future anyway. Unless he does some net, they need to check his credentials or reevaluate his referee license. What an absolute joke! No, I'm sorry, I'm not having that. I like Usyk as a fighter. I think he's an exception. He's an exceptional fighter, and Dubois seems pissed, rightfully so. I can tell you for now, Frank Warren is going to be coming out with comments saying Usyk, Dubois was robbed. The referee was this. The referee was that. You see, Frank Warren is someone who a legend of the game, and although some of his recent comments I don't really like and how he's handled the Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua negotiations, but this is one of the few occasions I will actually wholeheartedly agree with him. What an absolute embarrassment! An absolute joke! How dare he as a referee? Ridiculous. So let's see. They're showing it in slow motion again. Jab by Usyk. That one with Dubois that dropped him. They're showing it from a different angle. A very stiff jab, to be fair. That can happen. They say the jab's the most important arsenal in any boxer's the most important punch in any boxer's arsenal. Sorry. And did the referee start counting with 2 or 3 fingers up? Are my eyes deceiving me? No, daylight robbery. I'm sorry. Or nighttime robbery. I'm sorry. It's not on. 4, 5, 6. So showing in slow motion. 7, 8. He got on way before that. Ridiculous. Absolutely stupid. See, I hate referees that do this. Yes, you have the home fighter. Yes, you have the favorite. Boxing is well and truly one of the most, if not probably the most corrupt sport in the world, in my opinion. The amount of, I don't know what the right term is. I don't want to say something that will get us banned from YouTube or so, but it's just a joke. On my life, it's an absolute embarrassment. But I think, regardless, Daniel Dubois he must keep his head up. He put in an absolutely incredible performance, and he got robbed. He dropped, and he knocked out, in my opinion, the world heavyweight champion in Alexander Usyk. What next? I think he should demand the rematch. I think he should wholeheartedly demand the rematch. And whatever it may be, go on with it and give it your best. Do the same thing again. Learn from some of your mistakes. Be more active, be in and out, use perhaps more aggression, trouble Usyk, push Usyk more. But absolute credit to Dan Dubois. I think he should keep his head held high against one of the best, if not the best, boxing active world boxers, and definitely a future Hall of Famer in my opinion. And he's 10 years younger than me. He's only 25, and Usyk's 36. He's still a kid. He's still a baby. He's still considered to be a baby. But credit to Dan Dubois, and regardless, I still think he should demand the rematch. And I'm sure based on his performance, he's definitely proved himself to be in with the mix. But thank you very much for tuning in. For those of you who have not done so, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Get involved in the comments. Let us know if perhaps it's something that I said that you disagree with. Let me know. We can talk about it. We can engage with each other. It helps us to know that we're actually reaching you guys, and if there's any other suggestions or any other videos that you want us to do, reviews, previews, updates on the current world boxing scene, let us know in the comments. But I'm Ali. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking and doing the live watch along, presenting to you all. And hopefully see you guys in the next video.